Hi Pisces, this is Divinely Intuitive, and I'm here to do your reading for June 2019. How do they feel about you? Let's see what's in store, and let's tap into their energy and see how they feel about you. Okay, this person may have felt like you've taken the time to do some self-reflection, and that at this time you are more open to change. You're more open to being in a different environment. You are adapting well to what has been thrown at you. Because in the past, they just kind of felt like you were in a place of not feeling so good about yourself, but they always hoped and wished that things would change between you two. But at the time, they just felt like you needed to kind of go on your own path and make a choice to choose yourself for changes. This may even be more of a spiritual journey that they felt that you needed to kind of go on, whether they knew it or not. They just felt that it wasn't the right time for you two to be together. They kind of felt like unexpectedly your relationship just kind of died down, where they didn't really hear from you as much, or they didn't feel the need to reach out to you as much, because they felt like you were dealing with your own demons at that time. But now they kind of look at you in a different light, and they kind of want to see about moving forward with you, because they recognize that you bring them a lot of different emotions of joy and peace in their life. They feel like you have taken the time to really manifest and change a lot of things in your life that you weren't doing before, because you may have been gotten into either taking up some Reiki or just meditating more. But either way, it's helped to clear out some old energy. And that's what they're seeing in you. They're kind of seeing you as a precious treasure at this time. And they've basically felt like their prayers that they specifically asked for when it came to you has manifested in front of their eyes. They want to look at now going back to the commitment and maybe balancing out the energy that you guys have had between you two. Because in the past, they just felt like they saw the worst in you, and they also wanted to kind of take some time to themselves, go on their own path to healing, because they needed to kind of see what else was out there for themselves. And slowly and surely, they have looked in on you and realized that you two should come back together. You two should recognize and go revisit the connection that fell apart in the past. Yeah, there was a lot of lies. They felt that either you knew that you felt about them, or there was a lot of lies that they felt like you thought about yourself. And with that being said, Pisces, they just felt like you needed to kind of take that time to basically find your own peace and discover who you are. Deal with your own storm so that you can get out of that Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde energy. Because it was like your energy was bouncing onto them, which made it hard for them to really want to continue on with the connection. They wanted to be open with you and be free to be who they were, but they just didn't feel that at the time it was good for them, because there was so much anger and so much energy of anger in between you two that it made it hard for them to really want to open up. The relationship just became broken. And with that, they felt like it was just best that, you take that time to yourself to really learn who you are and discover that life doesn't have to be as hard as you make it. They felt as if you made life appear to be a lot darker than it actually is. And that type of energy was actually draining onto them as well. So this wasn't a situation where they didn't love you. This is a situation where they felt like the best way for them to love you was to give you tough love, walk away, and allow you to discover for yourself who you are. And then you guys can reestablish the connection at a later time if that was going to be something that was going to happen. Yeah, you just were dealing with too much, juggling with too many type of decisions in your life. Too much emotions was going through between the both of you. They couldn't take a leap of faith with you. They just couldn't. It was just too risky, and it wasn't something that they were felt it was for your higher good. It was best for them to kind of check out and allow you to face this on your own. You had to kind of rebuild yourself on your own. Even though it left them feeling left out in the cold to do that, it was necessary for them so that you could learn the lesson and do some self-discovery of what you were holding inside. Because I think, and when I get this card as well, I kind of sense that maybe you didn't realize all of the things that they were saying was true until you went off by yourself. But now you're rebuilding yourself, and now now they want to come back in and give you communication after an ending that ended horribly between you two, leaving them feeling as if, did they make the right decision or not? And they want to come back to the connection and give their cup to you so that you guys can be a family. But it took them a long time. They actually went within for a long time before they've come to this. You guys may have been separated for an extended period of time. I'm looking at least a year, if not longer, because there was so much toxic energy of fighting. Even though they felt this connection with you, they just couldn't hold on anymore. They had to manifest something different in order for them to be happy, because that cycle that they were in with you just wasn't giving them the victory that they thought that they were going to get. And in the end, they were hoping that they would get things balanced out, or you would balance things out in your life long enough for them to come back, because they wanted you to give them that clarity. But another thing they weren't willing to do was sacrifice their own peace of mind, no matter how much they loved you. They just couldn't do it. It was hurting them too much. The energy, that devil energy, it was just, they almost felt like, it almost felt like an addiction, trying to be around you and trying to help you, but also not helping themselves. Yeah, it was just leaving them feeling like they were trapped. And they had to be strong enough to walk away, use their intuition, and then do an even balance out giving to themselves. They were giving so much to you that they were basically depleted for themselves. They just didn't feel like they were getting anything back in return for their investment. And with that being said, just know, Pisces, is that this really was a hard decision for them. Hard. Because they love you. They've always loved you. But they knew that this was necessary. But now that things are starting to balance out some, they're definitely willing to reconsider the relationship, as long as you continue to do the work on yourself that you've been doing for some time now. Well, Pisces, I hope that you enjoyed your reading of how do they feel about you. Again, I'm divinely intuitive, and I hope that you have a great day. Take care. Bye.